I'm William Haas, and let's queer up the USA View. Former DOGE staffers say ChatGPT was used to flag and cancel referencing LGBT topics. A congressional lawsuit has revealed that staffers at the now-defunct Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, used artificial intelligence to review and cancel federal grants referencing queer topics. According to testimony reported by the New York Times, former DOGE officials Justin Fox and Nathan Cavanaugh said they used the AI tool ChatGPT while reviewing grants as part of an aggressive effort to reduce federal spending. DOGE was created after President Trump returned to the White House in January 2025 and was led by billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk. The department was also responsible for shuttering the United States Agency for International Development, widely known as USAID, the world's largest provider of food assistance. The testimony became public through a lawsuit filed by the Modern Language Association, the American Council of Learned Societies, and the American Historical Association, which argued the government unlawfully terminated grants tied to research on race, gender, and LGBTQ+ communities. Fox told investigators he used a prompt asking ChatGPT, quote, "Does the following relate to DEI? Respond factually in less than 120 characters. Begin with yes or no," end quote. Projects were sometimes flagged simply because LGBTQ-related terms appeared. When asked why one military project was targeted, Cavanaugh replied, because it explicitly said LGBTQ. The lawsuit says more than 1,400 grants totaling over $100 million were canceled. You know, $100 million isn't a lot compared to their whole budget, and they're canceling for grants for people who actually need these grants. Yeah. And for an agency that actually needs food, gives food out to the whole world. I mean, it's a shame. I mean, we're spending more than that, a day in the war. So you're saving $1 million being penny wise and dollar foolish. You're over there fighting Iran, spending millions and millions of dollars. And this money could be helping people at home.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see that we're using now ChatGPT to flag out certain, entities, and just making sure that rather than looking at the grant and the application itself for its value, we're targeting specific names. It was a few weeks ago that the Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida was tagged in the Florida State DOJ department, as well as, being in that too. So yeah, they're it's trickling down to the state levels, and especially here in Florida, and it's very disturbing. But again, without LGBTQ+ arts, there would be no arts in general. So that's what it's all about. It's just they just do not like anything representing DEI, and that just scares people to death.
What's also really sad too, this is technology. Technology is usually to better the human race, and now we're using it against the human race, and that's what this technology really is never for.
But the craziest thing is that ChatGPT isn't always correct either.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not perfect, right? And people are using for something like this that it's so important. Like, I know certain people that work at certain nonprofits that are cleaning up their website, right, in a certain way because they're afraid to be flagged.
Right.
That breaks my heart. These are organizations, I mean, they have to do what they have to do. So I respect them for having to do that. But I can't, but it's incredible that they have to do that. These are organizations that have always been LGBTQ centric. That they help our community. And now they have to write it more broad to not get flagged.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's a very difficult struggle to for an organization to come to that realization. Ours has not.
You're called the Gay Men's Chorus, honey. You kind of can't.
We can't. But in our mission statement, we say that we represent all LGBTQ+ people. So this is the fundamental core of who we are.
Yeah.
So this is something that we're definitely keeping a strong eye out for all of this.
And in the same space, we're trans inclusive group. They're intentionally not funding trans organizations in that space. So it's real disheartening just to see that you can put in my grant into ChatGPT and reply with a yes or no. You don't even have to give a reason.
Yeah.
But if it says LGBTQ or trans, that you're going
And
to
that's
reject it. I was on a call. One second.
Go.
But I was on a call with Equality Florida, where they were talking about the different laws and things like that. So to your point about people are literally trying to change their name, they're like, well, what if we put LGBTQ plus behind our names? Will that make a difference? And it's sadly it won't.
Yeah.
It won't. So
But let's not get mad at ChatGPT, because at the end of the day, a human has to go, no.
Right.
Yes, but if the
Right.
human is actually working in there and they're relying on ChatGPT to make the decisions, then that's really kind of quite concerning.
And a human has to go in there and say, no, for now. We've all seen Terminator. We know how that
What is it? What is it, the one with Will Smith? I couldn't finish watching it because the dog died.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. They all kind of come together.
iRobot. I think it was
Sorry,
iRobot.
iRobot, yes.
iRobot. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't watch that again. Anyway, there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.